Another edition on the group show, and I have with me here a very great musician. I mean, he's played it all, he sang it all, and he's even produced it all. And today our guest is Joe Wilson. Joe Wilson is based in the United Kingdom, in London to be specific, but he has traveled around the world, played a couple of gigs around the world as well. But I will let him talk more about himself because I cannot describe a lot about him when we have the person over here. Like they say, it's always important to hear the things from the horse's own mouth, right? Yeah. So, Joe, how have you been and how is music life?
I'm good. Music life it's been an experience, I would say.
Yeah.
Not very rosy as some people see it, but it's been an experience. I like to explain it as an experience because every day you learn new stuff. Yeah. Every day comes with its own struggles, its own opportunities and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been an experience.
Yes, it's good. I mean, for those that do not know you, how would you describe Joe Wilson?
Oh, Joe Wilson is a young bass player. A young bass player. Come from a family of 6. We are 6 siblings. My dad and my mom inclusive 8. I was originally born in Ghana, not to be precise. Done all my schooling, I think, in Ghana. And then in the year 2014, moved to the United Kingdom. Yeah. And ever since I've been here, married to a very beautiful wife, have 2 boys.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's basically.
Yeah. So you play the bass. Has it been the instrument that you always, or was it the instrument that you always wanted to play? Because I don't know, at a point I saw you play the lead guitar. Was it the lead? Yeah. And when did you switch? When was the transition? Because I don't know. Yeah.
I've always been a drummer from childhood.
Oh, really? Yeah, didn't know about that.
I'd always been a drummer from childhood, but I think growing up, when we were in secondary school, I think you saw me play a bit of keyboards.
Yeah, a bit of keyboards and guitars, yeah.
But I think after secondary school, when I came back home, our bass player at church had left. At the time in school, I was a drummer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was a drummer. So when I came back home, our bass player had left church for some reason. And so there was a vacancy on the bass. And I've always had a thing for bass. So I just tried my hands on it and everyone was like, oh, but you can play. So that's how I got stuck on the bass and I never went back to drums anymore.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah, so that's how the switch came about.
Yeah. And did you have any person that you idolized whilst you were learning how to play the bass?
Oh yeah, I had a couple of them. I had some people that I really looked up to in our setting in Ghana and even abroad in America and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. And the initial stages, was it difficult for you? Did you encounter some challenges, or it was just because you had an experience playing some of the other instruments? Was it easy for you?
I mean, in the beginning, I always say that it wasn't difficult for me because I kind of had the ear. I kind of had the ear to know what I'm playing, or should I say, hear what I'm playing. But I didn't know what I was actually playing.
Okay.
So in the beginning, it was quite easy for me because I could easily find my way around the thing. But it got a bit difficult when people ask me, "Oh, what did you play? Or what's this? Or what was that?" And that's when I found myself in a bit of a situation. So I realized that I had to sit down, learn about the theory aspect of things,
Okay.
what the keys are, even scales and stuff like that. So that's when I really took time to sit down to
Okay.
break it down. Yeah. So it was easy at the beginning, but I mean, going forward, I encountered some problems and then I had to
Yeah.
rectify them. Yeah. So that's how it was.
Okay. That's good. I quite remember I also had a similar situation or problem when I was learning the trumpet. I could play, but I didn't
Mm.
know what I was playing. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you if it was do or it was me, and it was a
Yeah.
struggle,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But then I mean, with practice and then learning as well, you perfect that one, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's good. And let's talk about the genre of music that you play.
Mm.
Do you have a specific genre that you play, or you cut across all of the genres that we have?
I mean, for what I'm predominantly known for, I do
Yeah.
most gospel
Okay.
stuff. But I mean, I'm a musician. I always like to
Yeah.
put it. I'm a musician, and
Yeah.
uh, I don't really, what do you call it? I'm not really selective when it comes to the job that I do because music
Yeah.
is music.
Yeah.
Whether it's secular, whether it's R&B, whether it's hip hop, it's
Yeah.
still music. So yeah, I play in an Afrobeat band, Afrofusion band,
Yeah.
but predominantly what most people know me for is the gospel. And because I'm a Christian, and so the songs I
Yeah.
release
Yeah.
are more Christian than gospel songs. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
We'll
not,
be
I'm not, I'm
coming
not
to your
really
yeah. We'll be coming to your singing aspect as well,
right.
right? But then in terms of playing, you have played with quite a lot of artists, right?
Right.
And um, who are some of these artists that you worked with, and which of them that would you say was very challenging working with?
Ooh, which one was it? Oh, I think of recent, the most challenging one we had was with Jonathan Nelson. I don't think it was
Okay.
really a challenge for on our side, but
Yeah.
for him, I could
Yeah.
understand him to a certain point because he had not played with us before,
Okay.
and so
Yeah.
he didn't know what to expect. And so when he came, he was a bit, on the edge,
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to make sure that we have everything on point. Have you learned our parts? Blah blah blah. So he
Yeah.
was a bit strict, but in the
Mm.
end, he saw that these guys are actually good. So I don't
Professionals,
really need
right?
to, yeah, I don't really need to stress myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
it came off as a challenge because he was a bit too much on the edge, on the
Okay.
lookout for mistakes and blah blah blah. But yeah, it turned out to be good, to be honest.
Okay. That's good. That's good. You have played with Joe Metto a couple of times, and I
Yeah,
think you've even done some production work for him or with
yeah,
him. What are some of the works that you've done with him? Because mostly I like to associate the music with the players. So
right.
if I hear it, then I know, oh, okay, so that was Joe playing that bass on there. What are some of the sounds that you've worked on in terms of working with Joe Metto?
So with Joe, I think on the Wind of Revival album, I did Hallelujah Song,
Okay.
which is a praise medley that he featured Jonathan Nelson on again.
Okay.
And then on the new album, I did I think two songs, Yesumo
Okay.
and Hallelujah, which he featured Dunsin from Nigeria as well. Yeah,
Okay.
those are like records that I've played for Joe. I mean, the other ones I've played which are not out yet, so I can't speak about them.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for records, those are the ones. But I mean, on stage, we've played together a couple of times in Ghana, in the
Yeah.
UK as well. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You have songs out there. I
Mm.
I remember when you launched your song Unyamiko Kroko.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I really enjoyed that song. I still play it. I mean, every
Oh,
time. Yeah,
thank you.
I really enjoy it. And I just wanted to know what went into the production process of that song.
So Onyamiko Kroko, especially for that song was written by myself and one of my choristers, I think way back in 2017, if I'm not lying.
Yeah.
That's when the song really came about. But when I started putting my songs together for the album, that's when I really started working on it. So
Yeah.
I did the main production, the arrangements and stuff, and then I sent it
Yeah.
off to my brothers. So I had Emmanuel Bludo on drums for that.
Okay.
And I had Hakeem on guitars.
Yeah.
And then I had Patrick Cotson play the pianos and some other ox on there. And then I had to finish it off. I mixed everything and mastered it myself. And I mean, really, that's what really went into it. I think my advantage is that I have a good relationship with most of the good musicians when it comes to the Ghana, market.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
easier for me to like send stuff across and then they get it done for me and stuff like that. I mean, the support has been great as well. So
yeah,
that's what really went into it.
That's good. That's really good. And I know you have a new one out. I don't know if it's really the latest one with the emoji music, right?
Yeah, I have one with emoji, Child of
Yeah.
God.
Child of God. Yeah. Is that the latest out?
No. So I released Child of God. I think that was the first one I released from the album.
Okay.
And then Onyamiko Kroko. And then I have Jesus Take the Wheel with
Jesus Take the Wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jesus Take the Wheel. What went into it? Why Jesus Take the Wheel? What was going on?
After coronavirus and everything that happened, a lot of people were confused. A lot of people didn't know where to start off again. And for many families that are close to me, people had lost, father figures, mother figures, family members, siblings, and stuff like that. And so, for me myself, it was a new beginning for me, because I went through some stuff as well. And so, in my prayer time, it was a song that came to me, It was a song that, as well, I wrote with one of the girls in my choir way back, I think 2018 as well. So when I was putting the songs together, it came back to me, and it kind of resonated with what was happening around me. And so that's how come I added it to the album as well.
Okay. As a bass player, have you ever, or let's say, what's the biggest show that you've ever played in and felt very proud of yourself?
Biggest show.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, anytime I'm given the opportunity to play, it's quite big for me,
Yeah.
And so I can't really pinpoint. I know people will say when the crowd is huge and the stage is very big, that is when you feel like I've arrived and stuff like that. But sometimes the little stages also bring you a certain kind of vibe. For me, one of the things that makes me feel good is when after everything, people comes up to you and say that you blessed me. I was touched by your administration and all that. And so, for me, that's how I like to quantify it.
Yeah, that's good. Before you pick up the bass, how do you prepare for a show or any gig that you have to play? How do you prepare? What goes into the process?
I think it's something that I've stopped doing for quite a while now, mainly because I think the production aspect of things have gotten the best part of me now. But I mean, when I used to be very focused on just the bass playing and stuff like that, I used to do something I call jam construction. I used to construct all my jam. So maybe the dress rehearsal, if we're having a show on Sunday and we have a dress rehearsal on Friday or Saturday, I record the whole thing, come home, sit down, listen back, and then construct where I'm going to put my legs, what kind of bass patterns I'm going to play, and stuff like that. I used to do that a lot, but these days I'm very bad.
You, you don't have time to do it, or it's just that.
Trust me, I think having time as well is another thing. By the time you get home, trust me, the boys are already waiting for you to play games or maybe help them with their homework or something. So, and then as you get someone else's job is on a line that you need to finish and give it to them and stuff like that. So it's been a bit hard, but I think you bringing my mind to it, I think I need to start going back to it. Okay?
Yeah, that's good. I asked because personally, you and some other bassists have inspired me a lot. And I actually picked up the bass because of you and a couple of others I look up to, and I learn a lot from you as well. Anytime I listen or I hear you play, I get excited. I think the first time that I ever heard you play a bass was at a program in Ghana together. You came in at, I think it was at Achimota Abofu. I don't really remember the event that it was, but I saw you play. And then the next time that I heard you play was a cover of this From music. I don't remember the title. Is it Happy?
Happy Yourself.
Happy Yourself, yes. And that was like crazy. I listened to it and I was like, whoa, what is this? I really, really enjoyed it. I quite remember there was a friend that came out to me and was like, Charlie, listen to this music or this one. Listen to the bass player. Apparently, I didn't know it was you. And he played it. And after I listened, I asked who played the bass. I was like, Joe Wilson. I was like, really? Joe Wilson? I know that guy.
You didn't know we were schoolmates.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I know that guy, but I didn't know he played bass this good, So it was something that was really, really inspiring for me as well, listening to you play. And to date, anytime I want to learn something on the bass guitar, I pick something from you, like trying to learn how to play the phrases on bass guitar. I take you have this music with, or this production with, is it Shekinah? I don't know how. Shekinah, yeah. And I listen to it every day and try to learn something from it, like that at least. So to me, you're a big inspiration. I mean, in that aspect. And I know you inspire quite a lot of other people, with what you're doing. And that's something that I really, really want to say. I'm proud of you for doing. Keep up with a good work, right?
Thanks.
But as you, or let's say, if you have to list any, or let me say 5, let me give you 5 of your favorite bass players in the world, who will it be? Which people would be in your list or on your list? Sorry.
So, I mean, from Ghana, somebody that I really idolize is Samuel Otu.
Samuel Otu, okay.
Samuel Otu of Soul. I grew up listening to him, and because we are from the same church as well, we met at conventions and stuff like that. He's one great bass player that I admire so much. Another person from Ghana that I really admire as well is Dan Grau.
Dan Grau, okay.
Dan Grau is amazing. When it comes to like our Ghanaian stuff, he's very all round in everything. I really love him. Another person I admire from Africa. Well, he's not really based in Africa now. He lives in the United States. Richard Bonner.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I love Richard Bonner so much. That makes it 3, isn't it?
Yeah, 3.
And then, I mean, in the gospel, American gospel scene, somebody that I really listened to growing up was Darrell Freeman.
Yeah.
Darrell Freeman, and that makes it 4, isn't it?
Yeah, 4. Now, one more.
No, I really listened to Darrell Freeman and Sherry Ray a lot.
Oh yeah, and Sherry.
Another person that really influenced me as well was Marcus Miller.
Okay. Another
Although
great player.
I couldn't learn his stuff, but his thought process and some of his choice of notes and stuff like that really influenced me a lot. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, those are top bass players.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm telling you.
locally and internationally.
Yeah.
And now you are a family man. How is family life like? Combining family life and your work life.
This topic is another topic, man. But you know, like I said in the beginning, it's something that I take it a day at a time, because you know how the kids were 2 years ago, that's not how they are today. 2 years ago, I would have to they couldn't walk, or probably always be in my arm. Now they are walking, stuff. So I take it a day at a time, and it's not easy. Trust me, it's not. Having kids, you know, family, and doing music full time. It's not easy at all. But,
do you look forward to your kids becoming musicians like you?
I mean, it's not something that I like to impose on them, you know. Because I believe everyone has their own path that, you know, God has given them for them to talk. So it would be very unfair on my part to force them to do something that they wouldn't want to do. I mean, growing up, my dad was somebody that really wanted me to be a lawyer, you know.
The typical Ghanaian father, right?
Yeah. And, you know, knowing that my passion was towards music, I always say that I had to rebel against him to materialize where I am now. But I think if he had imposed that on me, I wouldn't be here, because I wouldn't have the joy of learning to be a lawyer. So it's not something I like to impose on them. I like them to find their own feet. You know, I mean, the instruments are always home. You know, like I said to you in the beginning, they come around, they play one or two times. You know, so I want them to have their own path, build their passion for it. If it's there, then why not? We can work on it to blossom. But if not, they should also find their own path. For me, my wish is that they play football.
Why do you wish to play football?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my wish. I wish they can play football. You know, we can also chop the 2 million a week and stuff like that.
That's true. I had that thought when I was growing up. I was always like, I mean, I'm going to put my kids in the academy, sports academy. Once you're born, 5 years going to the sports academy, whether you can play or you cannot play, learn how to play. Project Neymar, we need to force it on them. But like you're saying, you need to let them find their own path, you know, which is the most important one, or the most important thing. You know, a lot of young people look up to you, you know, being one of the best bass players around, you know. I mean, of course. I mean, we listen to you and we know you're really, really good. You know, if we're talking about if we should go through the ranks, definitely you will be named as one of the 5 best players from Ghana. If we are looking at a list, or we do a survey, and it's definitely going to come out that way, because you've done well. You really inspired quite a lot of people. What would you tell somebody who is looking up to Joe Wilson to be like him? What advice would you give to that person? That advice could be for me as well, because I'm looking I'm looking forward to becoming like you in the future.
I mean, one thing that I always say is that for people like me, when we were coming up, there wasn't too much of social media. And so, although we had some flashy stuff up our sleeves, but we were more market thinkers. When I say market thinkers, What would
Yeah.
make an artist reach out to you, to say that they want you to play for them?
Yeah.
Because if you want to be like Joe Wilson, who's a full-time bass player or
Yeah.
full-time musician, that means you need to be a product that is ready for the market.
Yeah.
And so what will get you ready for the market is what you need to focus on.
Okay.
So as an upcoming bass player who is listening to this interview, get yourself ready for the market instead of getting yourself ready for the Instagram views and likes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying those are bad. They are good.
Yeah.
For the publicity, for the branding and everything, they are good. But if you get called and you are not ready for the market, they will call the next person who is ready.
Yeah.
And once you get ditched like that, word goes around. And before you know it, you're not getting any calls. And that's when the frustration comes in. So instead of bothering yourself, trying to get likes and views and stuff like that, get yourself ready for the market. When you're ready for the market and the market is, chasing after you, the views and likes will always come.
Yeah, that's a good advice. That's a good advice for me personally. Yeah, this is a good one. So, what should we expect from Joe Wilson in the future?
Oh, expect more and more. Due to coronavirus, we couldn't do some of the stuff that we started in 2019. In 2019, I started a movement called Church Play, where we empower musicians who wants to do music full time. And really talk to them about the nitty-gritties about it, like the ins and outs and the realities of life when you're doing full-time music, where you're going to have your off seasons and when you're going to have your peak seasons and all that, so that they are aware of the job they are getting themselves into, so that they don't think it's all about the flashiness, all about the fans and stuff like that. But in 2020, we couldn't do that. This year also has been kind of, some way. So we are hoping to bring it around the world to a city or a town near you, so that we can empower more, young and upcoming musicians as well. That's in the pipeline. And my album is also still cooking. We're almost done. We're almost done. So hopefully this year we'll release it as well, and we'll get all the songs out there.
We look forward to that album. Yeah. I am expecting it. I need my morning devotions with Joe Wilson track, because already Onyame Kokroko is up there always, it's part of it every time. Yeah. So I can't wait for the other songs to inspire me more as well. Yeah. And if anybody wants to get in touch with you, so let's say they want to get you to do some recording for them or get you on a track, how do they contact you?
So you can reach me through all my social media handles and my email as well. My email is jwillsmusicconsults@gmail.com. It's JIWLSMUSICONSULTS@gmail.com. jwillsmusicconsults@gmail.com.
Okay.
If you send me an email right away, we'll get back to you.
And your social media platforms?
So my social media platforms are, for Instagram is Joe Wilson Bass. For Facebook is Joe Wilson Bass. That's my page. And my main Facebook is Joe Wilson, Joseph Wilson Darko as well.
That's good. Well, we've come to the end of our conversation. Thank you very much, Joe Wilson, for joining us today for this conversation. It's been a good chase, but finally we've been able to sit down to have this conversation. He's a busy man. I mean, anytime I try to reach out to him, he's out there recording or playing a gig, and it was difficult pinning him down. Yeah, today he was actually sleeping, and I had to wake him up. Like, come on, man, we need to do this today. And I'm just happy that you were able to sit down with me for this conversation.
No, but
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. So the next thing will be seeing would be a video of Joe Wilson playing. And yeah, I promise you, you wouldn't even have regret staying to this point and watching it. Yeah. Joe, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you too.
All right.